Hanbok is a form of traditional Korean clothing with a rich history of its own. Through my story and my interaction with this garment and the process of manufacturing it is far more personal. Since the time of my great-grandmother, my family has been in the business of creating and manufacturing these clothes, a story which starts in South Korea. Hanbok is the traditional outfit of the Korean people. 100 years ago, Korean wore hanbok as daily wear. However, nowadays, Korean wear this outfit only on festival days or special anniversaries, making it an ever-present garment in the Korean culture. My family did not simply fall into the garment industry. Rather, it was a concentrated move by my great-grandmother as a means of sustaining our family. My great-grandmother lost her husband when my grandfather was 8 years old. My grandfather was the only child she had. It was heartbreaking time for her, but she was the only person able to earn a livelihood for her family. It was 1942, and during this time, Koreans still wore hanbok as a daily garment. My great-grandmother decided to start a business called Bungisangae. She signed a contract with one of the biggest hanbok manufacturing factories in the region and started selling hanboks to wholesale dealers. The business was a great success, and my grandfather was raised as a part of a very wealthy family. In 1976, when my third aunt was about to be born, my great-grandmother died unexpectedly, shattering my grandparents' lives. The only thing that could be done was for my grandmother to step in order to allow my great-grandmother's business and legacy to continue. In spite of the tragedy, my grandmother was able to rise to the occasion and the business flourished. My grandmother began to run a hanbok manufacturing factory herself in Gumi, the center of Korean industry, and called Narajinmun. In 1980, a new fabric, polyester fiber, started to become popular in Korea. My grandmother expanded her business by opening another factory called Naradongsan in Daegu, and which was used to produce hanboks as well as polyester fiber. Starting in the late 19th century, the use of hanbok as daily wear started to change. Koreans began to wear formal and casual clothes based on Western styles and started to wear hanbok for traditional purpose and auspicious occasion only, such as wedding, the Lunar New Year, annual ancestry rites, or the birth of a child. Consequently, many changes start to occur in hanbok industry in Korea. In 1987, my father took over the business in Daegu by accepting the changes of industry and naming his business as Greener Silk. My father began to work cooperatively with people in Vietnam and China who specialize in professional embroidery in order to produce high-grade quality hanbok. He also created hanbok catalogs so he could manufacture a countrywide order service for wholesale. In 2000, my father began to work in partnership with my first aunt in order to expand his business in the capital city of Korea, Seoul. My aunt opened a hanbok retail business in Seoul by launching Sukyeon from Greener Silk. As time passes, hanbok becomes even more highly valued and luxurious as a result of the increasing awareness of traditional Korean values and its slow, complicated, and precise process. My family has been trying to promote hanbok through social media and by sponsoring hanbok to Korean classic drama, as the popularity of Korean classic drama is causing many foreigners to take a keener interest in traditional Korean attire. We have also presented the traditional Korean costume at renowned cities of fashion such as Hanoi in 2005, Paris and Berlin in 2006, Tokyo in 2007 and 2009, and Shanghai in 2010, as a means of introducing hanbok and its traditional values to the world. Since 1942, My family has been working to promote the continuity of our culture while at the same time working to adapt to the changing manner of doing business, the different opportunities that present themselves, and the modification they are needed in order to keep up with the times. Over time, Hanbok's values have changed from that of traditional everyday wear to that which is intended for use on special occasions only. But in spite of these changes, the value of hanbok for use within Korean society has remained. Hanbok has changed, but it also has remained the same at the same time. Hanbok means a lot to my family. It is more than a business. It is a way of life, a way of staying true to our heritage, but more than that, it is a way of honoring all that has come before. My family is proud of what we are doing and proud of the fact we are not only working to keep our culture alive, but working to keep our legacy strong.